the night something stood at my door. I've never been the type to believe in ghosts. Horror movies don't scare me, and anytime someone brings up the paranormal, I usually laugh it off. But a few years ago, I had an experience that completely shattered that confidence. To this day, I don't have an explanation for it. And honestly, I don't want one. At the time, I was renting a small one-bedroom house just outside the city. It wasn't particularly old, maybe built in the late 70s, and nothing about it seemed creepy. During the day, it was actually cozy, lots of sunlight, a quiet neighborhood, and cheap rent. I thought I'd gotten a good deal. But at night, the house had this strange silence. Not peaceful silence, the heavy kind where every little sound stands out. You know when the air feels too still, and you start noticing things you normally wouldn't? That's how it felt. One night I woke up to use the bathroom. I checked the clock, 3:04 a.m. As soon as I sat up, I froze. I heard it, footsteps. Slow, heavy, dragging footsteps moving down the hallway outside my bedroom. I told myself it had to be a neighbor, or maybe I was dreaming. But then I remembered. I lived in a detached house. No shared walls, no upstairs neighbors. And these footsteps were inside. My first thought was that someone had broken in. My heart was pounding so hard it felt like it was echoing in my ears. I reached for my phone to turn on the flashlight. But weirdly, the flashlight wouldn't work. The screen was fine. Apps were fine. But every time I pressed the flashlight icon, nothing happened. Meanwhile, the footsteps got closer. Slow, steady, deliberate. They stopped right outside my bedroom door. The silence that followed was worse than the footsteps. It was like whoever or whatever was out there was listening, waiting. I held my breath. And that's when I heard it, breathing. Not mine, not soft, natural breathing. This was heavy, almost raspy, like someone who had been running, standing just inches from the other side of my door. I wanted to scream or grab something to defend myself, but I couldn't move. I was paralyzed, clutching my useless phone like it could somehow save me. Then the doorknob rattled, slowly, not like someone forcing their way in, but like they were testing it, turning it back and forth just slightly, almost playfully. I don't think I've ever felt fear like that in my life. My whole body was trembling. I just sat there in bed staring at that door, praying that the lock would hold. And then silence. No footsteps leaving. No breathing, nothing. It was like whatever was there had vanished. I didn't sleep the rest of the night. I sat up, eyes locked on the door, until the first rays of sunlight came through my window. Finally, when I felt brave enough, I crept toward the door and opened it. The hallway was empty. Everything looked completely normal, except for one thing.